just want to start this video out by saying Happy New Year's, man. Hopefully y'all had a good Christmas and all that stuff. Spent time with your fam and all that. And now it's time to lock in. That's all pretty much I had to say. I'm finally covering the whole Dressrosa arc, bro. It's about that time. Hey, man, it took me a long time, though. I ain't gonna lie. I know I told y'all like months back that I was gonna cover it, but I had to reset my brain to actually like hold up. I'm really about to cover this Dressrosa arc, bro. How I'm gonna do this? But I thought of a way how I'm gonna do this. We're gonna start off by doing it in segments. And what I mean about doing it in segments, we're gonna start off with going with Luffy first, which is him joining the Coliseum and having all those blocks. We're gonna cover all that part first. And then after that, we're gonna cover Law Team, which includes Law himself, Robin, Usopp, and Caesar, when they go across the bridge to go hand over Caesar to Luffy. And then you already know Sanji with Viola, and you know, etc, etc. We just gonna do it like that. But first, you know, we gotta cover like how they got to the island and all that stuff like that. So kinda think of that as a prologue of this video until we actually get into the part where Luffy join into the Coliseum and stuff, and that's when that actual segment starts. But yeah, I just want to give y'all a little understanding on how I'm gonna cover this arc, because boy, it's gonna be a long one. I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna be getting a lot of Dressrosa content for a little minute, but enough yip yap. Let's actually get into covering the Dressrosa arc, baby. So the Dressrosa arc begins with Law and Luffy making a deal. And the deal was Law would give up Caesar only if Luffy will resign for being a warlord. Luffy tried to play it off and try to act like he was all mad and shit, knowing damn well he already had a plan. But Law didn't know that at the time. So with that being said, we fast forward a little bit, and supposedly Luffy ended up resigning from being a warlord. And that shit had everybody like, oh my god, what we gonna do now? Like, it literally had the whole world shook that this man resigned from warlord, because some people had some type of alliance with him, and then you had other people, you know, like Crocodile, Jinbei, Kid. But Kid did not care about none of that. All bro was worrying about the Law and Luffy alliance. Mans wanted to know what emperor they was taking down together. Nosy ass nigga. So Luffy ended up calling the Straw Hats, and bro was just so casual about it. He was like, I resign. Happy. Like, hold up, wait, why you so calm about it? Man's gotta have some type of plan. But anywho, Luffy was like, are you Caesar, boss? That guy did bad things to kids. Hold up, what do you mean by that? Now let me stop. And he was also telling him like, if he do something like that again, he just gonna beat him up 10 times as harder. You know, the usual Luffy stuff. So after that, Luffy started to ask Luffy where were his crew and him the last 2 years, because you know they was off the face of the map. Like, them boys was gone, nowhere to be found. But Luffy was like, that's between me and my crew. But Luffy was like, alright bro, forget about that. I got something important for you that I think you'll be interested in, but for covering the arc's sake, I won't say it yet. Luffy thought it was meat, but it was something else very important to Luffy. So I was like, man, fuck all of that. We hand over Caesar to you. That was the deal. No more, no less. And after that, he was like, he gonna meet up with him at Greenbit in 8 hours. He ended up hanging up. We fast forward just a little bit, and Kinemon was explaining that him, Momo, and Kanjuro was originally planning on going to Zou before they got captured. I was like, what a coincidence, because he was like, after he ended up handing over Caesar and destroying the Smile Factory, he also was gonna go to Zou because his crewmates was still there and they was waiting on him there. Kinemon started explaining how Momo, him, and Kanjuro made it to Dressrosa. Then that's when Momo started to explain how Luffy and his troop ended up trying to capture them. So Momo just panicked and went on a ship full of kids, and that ship was taking him to Punk Hazard, though he had no clue what was in store for him. That's when Kanjuro gave Kinemon a boat so he could go after Momo, leaving Kanjuro to stay behind. So with that being said, Kinemon being the real nigga he is, man, it's just like he gotta slide back for his homie. Luffy was like, don't worry about it, we gonna get him. So we cut to Doflamingo and he was cooking up a plan. His plan was to get Luffy to bring Law down with him. He may be asking how he's gonna be able to do that. Easy, by using Ace Devil Fruit as a distraction. And you already know, once Luffy sees something about Ace Devil Fruit, he's putting all his focus towards that, and only that, because he can't stand to see somebody else have it. So with that being said, Luffy and his crew end up finally making their way over to Dressrosa. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut cut to the important stuff. Law ended up ripping half of his Viva card that takes him directly to Zoe and gives half of it to Nami, telling her just in case something bad happens, just go straight to Zoe. After that, he pulls out a map that his crew members made and started breaking down where everything is at. They are at the west coast of Dressrosa, and at the center of everything we find Luffy Palace, which is the circle that Law is pointing at. Law was like he hardly have any clue where the Smile Factory is at, so he just told them to just search for info and try to not raise suspicions while they're doing that. And as he was saying that, this man Sanji literally pulled a Luffy and just took off without even listening to the plan. But besides all of that, Law was still explaining the plan, so let's continue. Law team will be the Caesar handover team, and all they have to do is just make their way over there towards Green Bit, which I already know that team would consist of Usopp, Law, Robin, and Caesar. Why Toei had to cook Robin like that? That's not even Robin, I'm not gonna lie. Next up, we got the Sunny security team, and this team consists of Nami, Brook, Momo, Chopper, and supposed to be Sanji, but apparently he's not here because he left. Oh, also Luffy team left as well. Immediately after, they cut to the factory destroying team and the rescue samurai team. And you may be wondering why the hell they looking like this. Well, Dressrosa is kind of weird island because they have talking toys, bro. Like, I would be looking like this too, because ain't no way I'm just seeing talking toys just running around like this Toy Story. Like, bro, what the hell? But it's worse than Toy Story because you got them actually dating real life humans and they just over here just kicking back like this nothing, like it's a normal thing. No, it's not. Like, they have a robot toy as a baby, bro. That is wild. But after all of that, once Luffy was done getting shocked and stuff, he was like, bro, let's go get some food. So Luffy and the group, they ended up going to go get some food, and while they wanted to go do that, they show us a clip of this blind man just walking that I'm not gonna say the name of until we actually, you know, get the name. He gonna be a mystery man until we actually get the name. Like I said, I'm covering the arc, so I gotta play it by the book. So for now, we just gonna call him Blind Dude. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Luffy and the others put on disguises so they won't get caught. Now we could go see them get some food. So as they was waiting on the food, this man Kinemon started pressing Luffy, talking about something, we can't afford to wait this long. We gotta get Kanjuro. But Frankie was like, bro, calm down. We can't go running around blind. We gotta get some info first, which is true. Man trying to have them running around lost like how Zoro be. Anyways, this weird monkey toy looking thing ended up giving them their food, and then he started telling them about fairies and stuff. He said nobody never seen them before, but people called them the guardian deity of Dressrosa. So hey, this info might come in handy later. We don't know. Anyways, that monkey looking thing just took off afterwards because he was pissing Sanji off because he kept smashing that damn thing in front of him. Pause. People started cheering in the back of them, which caught Frankie attention. Zoro tells them that it's just some blind guy at the roulette table with a crazy wind streak. Bro was not lying because he had these old coons leeching off of him. Every time he placed a bet, they literally just copy his bet. So with that being said, he chose black and they chose black with him. And the dealer, he was low-key kind of pissed because he like, damn bro, they just taking all my money. It got to a point that they started to give him all of their tokens just for him to play for them. I mean, well, who wouldn't do that? Like, he's literally a gold mine. Like, at that point, Mance was over here just getting lucky every time. But with money comes greed. Y'all see these goofy fellas right here? They're Dofi's little henchmen, and they basically use that power to take over the whole roulette table. And he made everybody else leave from the roulette table besides the blind man, because he was like, if he could beat him, that would quote unquote make him the luckiest man in the world. Yeah, right, buddy, we know you're trying to do him because you know he's blind. But anyways, the blind guy kept placing his bet, and every time he got him right. But you know what one of the Dofi henchmen was doing? They kept telling him it's the opposite of it. So if it was white, he'll say it's black. If it's black, he says it's white. The blind guy, he kept choosing white, and it kept landing on white. But the Dofi henchman just kept lying and saying that it kept landing on black. So he just kept doing that over and over and over and kept taking them tokens and money and all of that, right? And the blind guy, he just over here stressing like, damn bro, what? He was just getting pissed. So he was like, you know what? I just bet everything. I put everything on the line. And the Dofi henchman, he did the same thing because he was like, I'm gonna just scam him anyways. The blind guy was like, you must be feeling lucky today. And when he did that, he got it right again. But this time they couldn't lie because Luffy pulled up and he was like, no, it's white. Bro was just nonchalantly eating his food too at the same time. Men did not care about nothing. So you best believe that got them pissed when he said that. And they all try to jump this man. So So that's when the blind man stepped in and he tripped one of the lackeys. That's when all of their focus turned towards him and they started to get ready to jump him. But soon enough, they're about to find out that this not no ordinary blind guy. I mean, just look at his face, man, is already on demon time. So henchman number 4 tried to attack the blind guy and he dodged him first. Then henchman number 5 tried to attack him and he dodged him as well. Mind you, he's doing this shit effortlessly. That's when they all started to come after him and he just sliced them down so quick that they didn't even know that they got sliced. They thought they was all good. But let me show y'all how tough this guy is. Men started walking back towards them, putting his sword back into his sheath.
And as he was slowly doing that, they found a body getting slowly heavier and heavier and heavier into the
point where they fell down and still was getting squashed by the pressure. Once he completely put his sword inside of his sheath, Mans created this big ass hole, causing all of them to fall down inside of it. Mans was tough, I ain't gonna lie, he ain't had to flex on them like that. But once he was done with all of that and he was getting ready to leave, Luffy asked him what his name is, and he was like, he just have a strong intuition that it's best that we both don't know each other's names. Since everybody was distracted, the fairies end up stealing everything that people had inside of there, including one of Zoro's swords. These people are so weird, like they don't care. They're just like, oh, it's a fairy that stole it? Then I guess it don't matter. Like they did not care, bro. Zoro on the other hand, he was like, yeah, these guys gotta be stupid, bro. And this man started running towards his sword, and from that point on, Sanji went to go follow Zoro because he didn't want him to get lost, and Kinemon followed right after. Luffy was about to go follow, but Frankie was like, nah, bro, we got a mission that we gotta do. So they end up interrogating the dude that tried to scam the blind dude and was asking about the smile factory and all of that, but he was like, I don't know about none of that. I don't even know what that is. So Frankie was like, hey, point me to somebody that's gonna actually tell me something. So he was like, hey, if you want to find somebody that's more higher up, you got to go to the Coliseum because that's where the big shot's gonna be at. Frankie was like, what got everybody all riled up and stuff, and then he ended up telling them that Luffy is giving away a big prize, which is Ace Devil Fruit. Luffy asks, well, how did Ace Devil Fruit end up over here though? And he basically tells them that a person that have a Devil Fruit powers and they die, they Devil Fruits end up getting reborn somewhere else, and whoever eats it becomes the new wielder of that power. And apparently Luffy end up hunting it down, and that's how it end up over here. Luffy did not like the idea of a random stranger taking the Devil Fruit powers, so he was like, nah, I'm gonna just hold it down. He even suggested if Frankie wanted to eat it, but Frankie was like, nah, I don't want to lose my ability to not swim. But with that being said, they end up going to the Coliseum. Once they make it there, they see this toy soldier getting shot at by these police. Man's out here just dodging and weaving, but since bro know the rules, he end up making them leave. Then after that, started yapping it up with both Frankie and Luffy doing this goofy ass shit right here. The lady with the armor was telling people, this is the last time to enter if you want to enter, which caught Luffy and them attention. Then that's when Luffy started yelling, I want to enter, me, pick me. And everybody was just looking at him like, is he crazy? Like, is he really going to try to enter? The toy soldier was like, please sir, no, you too old. Like, you could clearly see that it's a disguise. How? Like, how do you think bro is old? Like, come on, bro. But Luffy did not care. He ended up signing up and he puts his name as Lucy. Now the video actually began because all of that was just a prologue. Alright y'all, so we start off this video and not even a second later they already started talking about my boy Luffy. Well, Lucy I guess. And they don't even know the whole time they messing with the wrong person. You got a dude over here putting a hole in a punching bag, which I find very unnecessary because he didn't have to do all of that. Next up, we got this dude over here spamming random sword attacks. Like, what is this? My boy Luffy just walked past him like nothing. You gotta either be that bad at sword play or Luffy was just that fast dodging all of his attacks. Either way it goes, bro, it's still ass. Luffy was walking around like he owned the place, bro. That's why everybody started looking at him, bro. It's like, who's the little guy? And everybody started looking at him and stuff like that. My boy just over here chilling, bro. Dude was dead ass just walking up to random people and just watching them close up and see how they fight. And then we got off-brand Krillin over here. Bro, it's not slick. Anywho, it's always gonna be that one person that's gonna try to test their luck. And it happens to be this big, cocky, tall dude that looked like he could be in Street Fighters or something. Bro tries throwing punches at Luffy and my boy was over here looking like UI Goku and them motherfucker. I'm talking about my boy was like, dun, 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 dun.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Luffy little arm self grabbed this big cocky arm dude and started spinning him around in circles, bro. First off, if I was watching this and I seen this, I would have been like, yo, you got it. Anywho, before I get off topic, let's talk about Block A.
Before I got bit by a spider, me must have got bit by a goat. I used to dream as a kid I would grow to be one, I hope.
Alright, so before I actually start Block A, let me give y'all a little rundown what this is actually about. So, for each block, there's a battle royale going on. And I'm pretty sure we all should know what a battle royale is. The last man standing get to move on to the next round. Also, they put Ace Devil Fruit up for a prize, so you already know people finna go crazy. Sadly, we didn't get too much in Block A because this man Burgess, or however you say his name, dude was firing randoms and he just obliterated them easily. They realized that he was too OP, so they had to jump this man. Too bad for them, that did not work out too well. I don't know what type of manpower bro will have, but the fact that he was able to send all of them flying up in the air like this, at this point we already knew who the winner was gonna be. And it wasn't just little niggas too, he had even big niggas flying down from the sky, bro. Like, it's crazy. After bro knew that his dub was confirmed, he took that bag off his face and showed everybody his face, bro. Bro couldn't take it no more. He was dying to let them see his identity. Anyways, y'all get it. He won Block A. It's time to talk about Block B, which I'll be handing over to my boy Kev.
Oh yeah, now we on Block B, where Luffy's #1 glazer already putting on a show. He threw this black orb in the air and had the entire arena panicking. They thought he caught in a kill streak, thought they was about to get hit with an airstrike. Huh? Oh! Bet y'all feel goofy now. Was losing your mind over a baseball. I don't even know why he did that. He just wanted to ruin their day for no reason. So then Bellamy alongside the other fighters make their way up. A gang of defaults run up and yo bro, put your tongue back in your mouth. You're not that excited. But the first gets knocked down and used as a trampoline. These two got kicked straight in the neck. I hope y'all ready to learn sign language. And I feel so bad for this guy. He put his heart and soul into this attack just to get swiped away. And not only that, he's probably dead. But hold on, look at the form. Might be Olympic worthy. But then we see other contestants form an alliance. And not gonna lie, King's power is kinda cool, but kinda sorry at the same time. Rumors have it he can take down an emperor with his punch. But it takes an entire hour to charge up one punch. Buddy thinks this is Dragon Ball, they not about to let you get that off. But more people proceed to get knocked off. And that's when we find out about the creatures in the water that will mess you up if you get knocked in. But we cut to Blue Knight and he's putting major belt to ass. He stuck the pose too. He trying to get them edits. And the amount of work he was putting in had people stopping mid-box just to look. Funniest part was they literally sat there and watched him body like 47 people and still was like, oh yeah, we can take him. And he walked on their ass, waited for them to turn around too. But he's not the only one in the field. We got Hack put on for the Fishman. And I forgot how racist shit can get. Buddy really went out of his way, and I quote, told him to go back to the water where he belongs. He needs to be canceled. But he did all that just to get smacked across the map. Then we get a little glimpse at the others. We got a tag team out here, jumping everyone they see, and I respect it. What I look like fighting fair. But Bellamy said he gotta handle business. He stabs the toes, grips them by the mouth. I even never seen that before. But they definitely caught some type of disease from this. I highly doubt Bellamy has ever used a sink before. Then he flips over and I don't even know, cracked their neck? Something happened. Then we see Blue Hair dropping 3 at one time. But Blue Knight pulls up saying there can only be one who reps blue. But then it cuts to this dude Barto and he's taking a piss. Pulling your pants down to your ankles is diabolical work. No worries though, my guy Hack said he gonna put an end to this. Well, that didn't work. Buddy got his hand broke, then his jaw kicked in. We cut back to the Blues though, and Knight almost had an excellent play, but got his helmet caved in. The defaults thought this was their time to shine, but instead got sliced by Dr. Eggman. And they finally realized they were being used, but what was they gonna do about it? Nothing. Just gonna continue to get their ass beat. And for a cool 5 seconds, you may have thought they were on the same side. The second blue hair turn around, Eggman was plotting on his downfall, but it was to no avail. Read him like a book. The king now has one less guard. Then we cut to Bellamy trying to box with Bardo, but we already knew the outcome. Bro got sent flying. But the warm-ups are finally over. It's been an hour. The king is finally ready to show them the truth behind those rumors. Took down everyone and everything that was in his line of sight, except for one. Bardo wasn't even fazed by it. Proceeds to smack King with his barrier, and just like that, he won Block B.
So the bell get wrong, and immediately everybody just start attacking each other. We got fake Kakashi and some other random dude attacking each other first, and then we got another random over here getting jumped by some more randoms. But unlike the other randoms, he was able to pull his weight and send him flying with his big hammer. After that dude got cocky, he started laughing and everything. He felt like the people he was fighting was weak, so he seen Luffy throwing hands with other people, so he was like, oh yeah, let me go fight him. Yeah buddy, that's definitely a good idea. So with that being said, he jumped towards Luffy and he tried smashing him. Pause. Turns out he lifted up his hammer and Luffy wasn't even nowhere to be found. Next after that, Luffy disrespected him by going behind him and standing on top of his back. But low-key, it don't look like he's standing on his back to me. Bro might have that thing back there, if you know what I mean. Let me stop. Anywho, Luffy hits him with the old reliable Gum Gum pistol and waxed the hell out of him. After that, people was like, wait, hold up. How's he scratching his body like that? Nah, bro. The only person I know who can do that is Straw Hat Luffy. So that's when Luffy started to peep game, so he was like, hold up, I gotta chill out. And then dude started running towards him, and then he hits him right in the stomach, knocking him out cold. Cavendish over here trying to rat him out, talking about something. Nobody else can do that but Straw Hat. Y'all don't see that? Meanwhile, Luffy still doing his thing. He jumps up in the air and kicks this random, sending him flying all the way out of the arena. After that, that's when everybody was like, hold on bruh, dude low-key got some skills, let's jump him. And there you have it, 15 randoms surrounding my GOAT Luffy. Even the hammer dude wanted round 2. But even all that isn't enough, because my boy Luffy started punching them, kicking them, punching him some more. After that, big dude with the hammer tried hitting Luffy, but Luffy dodged his attack, but also in the process tripping over a body, causing him to get squashed. Rest in peace my GOAT, bro. He tried his best, man. He gave it all he got, but sometimes giving it all you got isn't enough.
What more do you want from me?
Yeah, I lied. Y'all thought I'd give up on my GOAT that easily? Nah. Luffy tossed bro out of bounds like it wasn't nothing. And after all of that, pretty much everybody had their sights on this man Luffy. Even this bull, bro. Man's had a whole ass bull beefing with him. That's nuts. But yeah, the bull started running towards Luffy and Luffy just kept dodging him every time. Look at bro, he's just having fun while this bull over here really trying to kill this man. But to make a long story short, Luffy ended up making friends with the bull by using his Conqueror Riz, bro. Once they became friends, they were whacking everybody out their way. It was looking like an all-you-can-eat buffet. But then all of their fun got ruined once they ran into Pyrudan, because this giant didn't waste no time at all and smashed both Luffy and the bull. I think Luffy named him Moosey, if I'm not mistaken. And why did I just randomly bring that up at a time like this? Anyways, at this point in time, everybody thought it was over for both Luffy and the bull. Well, it was over for the bull because he ain't coming back from that. But Luffy, on the other hand, it's a different story. He gets back up and this man started patting on Moosey, letting him know, don't worry, you see that giant up there? He ain't gonna be up there for long. After that, my boy Luffy goes second gear and immediately speed blicks this giant, one shot at him with that Gum Gum Jet pistol, bro. Like, ooh, bro, this moment was so clean, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And after that, you already know everybody in the crowd was shocked. I mean, who wouldn't be? Luffy was not playing games with bro at all. Look at this man's face. After people seeing what he did to that giant, they was not messing with bro. Luffy really had them clearing a path for him as he was walking. That's crazy. After that, we cut to Ideo, and this man had to show off. But pretty much the deal with this guy, every time he punch you, he can blow you up. I mean, it's just that simple. So yeah, that's what he did to Pyrude, and sending him flying all the way into the stands and had him tooted up in the air like this. Oh nah, this is wild. I would never let nobody do me like this. Next, after all of that, a random tried to test his luck against him, and he just immediately gets boomed. He seen what happened to the giant, right? So why would he? Nah, you know what? I respect it. He got heart. So anyways, after that, Lone Shoulder Dude tried to challenge my boy Luffy. This man started flexing and everything. So we start off with Lone Shoulder Dude trying to punch Luffy, but Luffy knocks his punch out the way. Immediately after that, Lone Shoulder Dude tries to go for 4 punches, but my boy Luffy dodged all 4 of them with ease. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, and he makes it look easy. Hear that? After that, Luffy backs up a little bit, and now we back in there. Long Shoulder Dude tries to go for another punch. Luffy weaves it. After that, Luffy goes for a kick. Long Shoulder Dude blocks it. Next, Long Shoulder Dude goes for a punch, but Luffy weaves that again, following up with an uppercut and a punch. But of course, Luffy bob and weave both of those, and then afterwards he hops up in the air and he tries to punch him, but he dodged that attack. After that, Long Shoulder Dude tries to punch Luffy again. Luffy dodges it, but the 2 dudes behind him got hit by the crossfire. That's rough, but it is what it is. Next after that, the Long Shoulder Dude started to talk about how he gonna take the flame fruit and get even more powerful. Luffy was like, what? You ain't taking Ace Devil Fruit? And then after that, they both go for a punch and everything go boom. After that, we cut to Sai, and bro was over here moving like Wukong. Men's did all of this just for a random, but I gotta respect it. But his brother ain't no better because he ran towards a random and clotheslined him. I'm not gonna lie, bro, getting clotheslined is actually wicked work. Next after that, we move on to their grandpa, Jinjiao, and here comes even more randoms trying to challenge more people. Gramps didn't even waste his time with them. Men just hit them with his Conqueror Riz. Anyway, since we on Jinjiao, I might as well give y'all a little rundown about him. So basically, he got a grudge on Garp because back in his days, old Lanny, dude had a cone head. Like, no, I'm not lying, he actually had a cone head. And he was proud of this cone head of his because he could split through icebergs like it's nothing. I mean, just look at this. Anywho, they was looking at Jackpot itself. Like, look at all this gold they had. They was eating good. But all of that changed once Garp pulled up, and Garp, he was ready to box. Men say he been training for this moment. He been ready. But Jinjiao, he was pretty proud of his cone head of his. So Garp put it to the test. And it ended up becoming a clash between a pointy ass head and an old man fist. Well, technically he's not old here, but whatever. But eventually Garp ended up smashing this man head down to this, and now that's why his head looked like this. And ever since then, bro had a grudge against Garp, Garp's son, and Garp's grandson, which is Luffy. Pretty much the whole bloodline. That's generational hating right there, I'm not gonna lie.
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
Gene the Bandit really took the opportunity to pick up people's weapon and use it to throw it at other people, bro. Do y'all know how heavy swords is? And the fact that he could just pick them up and just toss them at people like that and carry it around like that in piles is crazy to me. After that, we cut to Kelly, and this man was boxing the hell out of this random, bro. He literally gave him no time to breathe, bro. And guess why he did this? Guess why he did this? All because he got called short. Stupid, huh? Anywho, this is Bobby and Kelly. Kelly, he's more of an aggressive type, considering him being the short one. And Bobby, he's the big one, but he's scared to throw hands. Crazy, right? I know. How about you show me what you made of? I'm talking to you, shrimp. After he said that, Kelly turned around like, oh nah, I know he's not talking to me. On my soul, he's not talking to me. He immediately tries to attack him, but gets clocked in the head. And after that, bro couldn't even fight no more. He was begging his brother to put him on. And if y'all didn't know, Kelly, he ate a devil fruit. Basically, it's a jacket fruit. And if anybody puts him on, he can control him and fight however he wants, using their body. So that's what his brother Bobby did. He put him on. And once he did that, this man started boxing the hell out of Boo. Like he was giving this man the work. And oh yeah, did I forget to mention that his brother has a rock hard body? Pause on that. Every time this man Boo tries to hit him with his axe just breaks. So yeah, it was no way bro was winning that fight. After that, Sai seen that, and y'all already know bro is not gonna be happy about that. After seeing his brother get laid out like that, he had to get his revenge. So Kelly started spamming some more punches like he always do, and Sai was just blocking every single last one of them. Eventually Kelly started trash talking him, telling him that's all you gonna do is block. So Sai was like, alright, bet. And this man started walking on this man's hands, and after that he does this little clean flip and breaks bro back, and just like that he wins. But guess what? Another fighter has arrived. Long shoulder dude. But they don't really show us too much. They just show this big clash right here, and then it just cuts. And speaking of cut, we cut to Luffy, and it seems like he find himself in a sticky situation. This bandit over here moving like Kid. He low-key could have been his right-hand man. No wait, let me not disrespect Killer like that. But he definitely could have been on his crew, because there's no way you should be having all of these weapons like this in a ball, bro. Man started throwing them at Luffy, but Luffy just ended up dodging every single last one of them. So basically he just did all of that for nothing. And after he was done, he realized that Jinjiao, or however you say his name, bro was just standing right there menacingly. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been pissed too. This bandit knew he was cooked. Look at this man's eyes, bruh. Since bro froze up, Luffy took that opportunity to take his helmet back. Meanwhile, angry Santa Claus sent this bandit flying, and he was like he can have his swords back. Yeah, I see why he kept that face mask on. He looked fried without it. Anywho, we cut back to Sai and Long Shoulder dude, and they was going at it. I'm talking about them boys was really throwing hands. They was knocking everybody out their way and everything. But compared to Luffy and Santa Claus, they like little ants. And the reason why I say that, and then they both go for a punch using their Conqueror Riz, sending everybody out of the arena, bro. Now it's only down to Luffy and yo ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Let's see who'll win. So we start off with Santa pump faking Luffy. I'm not gonna lie, he was smooth with it too, but I don't know who bro think he is. He is not Kung Fu Panda. After that, he tries to follow up with a headbutt, but Luffy wasn't going for it. Mans really picked him up by his dome and had him like 20 feet in the air. And once he did that, he slams him on his head. After getting slammed on his dome, he eventually gets back up, and then he starts to get in this freaky ass stance, bro. Like, bro, you're too old to be doing all of this. Anyways, he spins around like a Beyblade and started knocking everybody out of his way, which is weird though, because I could have sworn everybody was out of the arena already. I guess not. But after all of that, Luffy jumped towards him and he started throwing his Gum Gum Gauntlet, and then after that it just cuts, and here we are. Santa go for a punch, but Luffy blocks it. Luffy kicks Santa, and after that they were just going clash for clash. I'm talking about back to back. You can see the Conqueror Riz resonating off their fists, bro, and it only got worse, because as both of them was attacking each other, they was over here causing earthquakes in the stadium. Bro was really mimicking everything Luffy threw at him. Bro, Luffy be low-key forcing people to fight like him, because I bet the people he be fighting be so annoying that he throws the same move at him, at them. In their head, they probably be like, you know what, bro, forget it, bro, I'm finna copy him. Anyways, after they did all of that, Santa tells Luffy that he's pretty strong, and all my boy Luffy was trying to do is give him the credit back, but bro takes that as a defense, all because he doesn't have his cone head no more. As he was charging up in rage like he was a Super Saiyan, he was basically telling Luffy back in his days, that headbutt that he gave Luffy would have killed him. And then after that, bro just started crying and reminiscing about how he lost his head. I mean, his drill. After all of that, Luffy basically asked him why he's so pissed, bro. And he tells him. But we already went over this, so I don't need to cover that. That's why I did it earlier. Big brain. So after he was done with all of that yapping, he goes for the same Beyblade move again. And Luffy just kept on dodging it until eventually he grabs him. And then he spins him the opposite way and had this man dizzy. He had that boy looking goofy. After that, he follows it up with a Gum Gum Hawk rifle, hitting bro in the sternum, sending him flying.
Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
But if y'all want me to be real with y'all, he gets back up from that. And when he got up, guess what he told Luffy? He told Luffy, out of the worst generation, Blackbeard is the only one that probably have the chance of becoming the king of the pirates. My bad, king of all Riz. And he was like, Luffy won't live up to Roger's legacy. And he was like, he won't surpass him at all. By the way, look at Birches, that way with cheese, and he liked it that. Once Luffy heard those words, he was like, yeah, it's time to wrap this up. And yeah, just like that, they both go for their final attack, and Luffy ends up knocking him out. Had this man looking ugly. And on top of that, he helped this man out. He did the opposite of what Garp did. Instead of smashing bro Drill, he actually made it come back up. And this time it actually looked even way bigger. Pause. But yeah, with that, Luffy wins, and that's gonna conclude Block C. I'm gonna pass this to my boy Splash.
So before Block B begins, Rebecca's walking out and it just starts with mad people screaming insults at Rebecca. They telling her that they hope she dies. They calling her a bastard. They calling her a hoe. They calling her a treesh. They calling her a thought. They saying she smells nasty and they can smell her from the stands. They even saying her body fake and that she got a BBL. They really grilling her for real. If you couldn't tell already, nobody in the audience likes her at all. Even the fighters don't like her either. Everybody in Dressrosa hates her more than Celtics fans hate Kyrie. She in bad territory right now. It's looking real spooky out there for her. While that's going on though, Cavendish pulls up and is like, damn, shut y'all damn mouths, nigga. Y'all talking all that trash, but y'all not about to come down here and fight her about it though. If y'all not about to box, I don't want to hear no more trash talk. Oh my gosh, Cavendish! Cavendish, she's all yours. As you can tell, the audience is full of Cavendish glazers. Rebecca thinks Cavendish is like, no problem, but you still the ops though, so watch out. After that, the announcer's like, are y'all ready? Fight! And then the bell rings and they start boxing. Everyone starts boxing. Mad contestants keep trying to jump Rebecca, but it's not working at all. She's dodging all them hits. She's actually dodging them so good that somehow they keep falling in the water without her touching them. Aside from Rebecca, there's some other tough people in Block D. You got Suleiman, you got Orlumbus, you got Cavendish. We already know it about him though. You got a dude named Rolling Logan. He starts splitting some dude's legs as a final move. That's kind of ayo, to be honest. I don't know what he's doing over there. But Rebecca keeps knocking every single person who's trying to attack her out the ring without even damaging them for real. She got taught to fight by this tin can dude, tin can dude, to be honest. Bro was getting her right. All the contestants she's been folding though have kind of been mid though, not gonna lie. However, Rolling Logan pulls up and he starts trying to fight her too. He's swinging at her, but she's dodging all that though. Some dude tries to intervene, but Logan grabs him and squeezes the life out of him. She tries to dip. That man Logan starts hawking her down, bro. She's not getting nowhere, bro. He grabs her and starts squeezing her. Out of context, that sounds mad wrong. Out of context, nigga sound like Bill Cosby. But she's just sitting there suffering. Damn! And everyone's cheering him on too, bro. This how villains are made, bro. This how niggas like the Joker are made, bro. Some woman comes out of nowhere and saves Rebecca. Yes, sir! Logan's like, get off me, and uppercuts her on the jaw. Rebecca spins back by jumping off the woman's back. Charges at Logan. She parries off his fist, yo. That makes him lose balance. Then she lands and tips his foot over. That man starts stumbling and he falls into the water. Like, man, the crowd was tight talking mad shit because she ain't died, but she not worried about him. Some dude named Suleiman pulls up and tries to fight Rebecca. He's swinging at her. Rebecca's dodging everything, you know what I'm saying, the usual. Rebecca tries using that knock him into the water technique, but Suleiman reads it and stops it. Suleiman about to murk her shit, but the woman comes and takes a blow for Rebecca. W women's, bro. I don't know who she is. I don't know her name, but she tough, bruh. He kind of cooked her, but it's One Piece, so you know she's not dead. She kind of bull for helping out Rebecca too, though. Damn near everyone in that arena doesn't like Rebecca. They all hate her, and she's helping the one they all hate. Now you already know all that hate is not only gonna be on Rebecca, it's gonna be on her too. The second she steps out of that arena, she about to get pressed, but she might get lynched. However, suddenly though, everybody in that whole arena gets knocked out cold. Nobody knows what's going on. The announcer don't know what's going on. When the smoke clears, one person standing up. And it's Rebecca. Everybody's mad tight. They're booing. They don't know why she's still standing. There's so much animosity in the arena right now, not only because Rebecca won, but because you know someone's parlay got ruined. You already know someone bet the under on Rebecca. Now their bank account sheets. They bet their house. They bet their kidney. They bet their kid. Now their life is ruined. I told niggas to stay off the parlays. However, as you would imagine though, Rebecca did not do all that. Basically what had happened was that sometimes when Cavendish falls asleep, his alter ego comes out, and his alter ego ego is called Hakuba. Hakuba went around and attacked every single person in the ring, even Rebecca, but the difference with Rebecca was the only person to see his attack and dodge it, and that's why she stayed up. And because she's the only one that's standing up and conscious, Rebecca won. Woo! So realistically, she deserved that win. I'll keep it a buck, but I'm gonna pass it back to Super then. ZV.
Alright y'all, I'm gonna end it right there, but the next thing I'll be talking about is the Caesar handover team, but it's mainly gonna be focused on Law. But with that, I'll see y'all in the next one.